Now here is our own Pastor Nick on Pop Radio with his weekly observations on life.
Are you growing weary in doing good works for others lately? Are you tired of giving too much to others but nothing in return? Let me shed some light and insight about sacrificial giving when you listen and stay tuned here at popradio.vip by yours truly, Pastor Nick of Grace Capsules for today.
Yesterday I lived for me, and I was so alone as I could be. Then I saw you and how you give yourself away, and I want to live for you today. I'll give, I'll hold nothing. I'll give, and I'll hold nothing. I'll give and I'll hold nothing back. My love is a lot like me, wanting nothing less than everything. But I know you're the only love that's true, and only giving makes me close to you. Yeah. I'll give, I'll hold nothing. I'll give, and I'll hold nothing. I'll give and I'll hold nothing back. My hands are open, so take what you see, and I'll keep nothing, hold nothing back for me. I'll give, I'll hold nothing. I'll give, I'll hold nothing, hold nothing. I'll give, I'll hold nothing, no nothing. I'll give, I'll hold nothing. I'll give and I'll hold nothing back.
There is a big difference between a giver and a generous giver. The former just gives, but with limitations. The latter gives as a lifestyle and sometimes without limitations, restrictions, or controls whatsoever. A generous giver first of all loves to give. Springing forth from the heart full of love, it flows naturally. And in addition, a generous giver is cheerful, faithful, and consistent in giving. But giving is not as easy as handing over a couple of free tickets to a band concert or a football game. Giving involves sacrifice, and that sacrifice is costly or expensive. It might involve your time, money, possession, and even life itself.
Well, there are people never receiving anything from God at all. Oh, they are shaken from their believing. When they don't see results, they quickly fall. But don't you waver, keep on a-living, in the way God wants you to. Don't get discouraged, keep on a-giving. Soon it will come back to you. Now keep on casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home on every way. Now keep on casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home on every way.
Good measure pressed down, shaken together, running over.
Soon it's gonna come back home on every way.
Keep on working, seeking the kingdom, instead of working for your needs. Keep on sharing the love of Jesus. You know growing comes from planting seeds.
Now keep on casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home on every way. Now keep on casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home on every way.
Good measure pressed down, shaken together, running over.
Soon it's gonna come back home on every way. Now keep on casting your bread upon the water. Soon it's gonna come back home on every way. Now keep on casting.
You don't withhold your love from us. Arms open wide upon a cross. You give no matter what the cost. Jesus, we see you. All of these worlds your hands have made. A billion stars stretched out in space. These are just echoes of your grace. Jesus, we see you. You are the generous giver. Your mercy overflows. Your blessing is a river, on and on it goes. You are an endless fountain. You're filling up my life. My heart will sing your praises. Jesus, you be glorified. mercy meets us every day. Your love will never turn away. Jesus, we see you. You are the generous giver. Your mercy overflows. Your blessing is a river, on and on it goes. You are an endless fountain. You're filling up my life. My heart must sing your praises. Jesus, you be glorified. On and on, on and on, on and on. Jesus, you be glorified. On and on, on and on, on and on. Jesus, you be glorified. You are the generous giver. Your mercy overflows. Your blessing is a river, on and on it goes. You are an endless fountain. You're filling up my life. My heart must sing your praises. Jesus, you be glorified. You are the generous giver. Your mercy overflows. Your blessing is a river, on and on it goes. You are an endless fountain. You're filling up my life. My heart must sing your praises. Jesus, you be glorified. Jesus, you be glorified.
A sacrificial giving is selfless. It expects nothing in return, just as the Bible specifically pointed in giving to the poor or less fortunate in Matthew chapter 6, to the fatherless and widow in 1 Timothy chapter 5, and the homeless and destitute in Matthew chapter 25. It's not a sort of business investment that is suicidal. But in Proverbs chapter 19 verse 17, it is clearly said that he who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward him for what he has done. And in Luke chapter 6 verse 38, give and it shall be given unto you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be poured out into your lap. For with the measure or standard you use, it will be measured to you.
She asked him for forever and a promise that would last. He said, baby, no, I love you, but I can't commit to that. She said, love isn't love till you give it away. A father lived in silence, saw his son become a man. There was a distance fell between them, 'cause he could not understand that love isn't love till you give it away. You gotta give it away. Moving side by side, may we learn to give. We can entertain compassion for a world in need of care, but the road of good intentions doesn't lead to anywhere. Oh, 'cause love isn't love till you give it away. Yeah, you gotta give it away. him an example of what love can truly be. Because his love was his life, and he gave it away. You gotta give it away. May we learn to give. You gotta give it away. As we moving side by side. May we learn to give. Learn to
And just like what the Good Samaritan in the parable of Jesus has done to the stranger, when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And the next day he took out 2 denarii and gave to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have.
As God has blessed us richly, let us share with others too. There's so much joy in giving, and it all comes back to you. For whatever gift we care to give away, may return to us 100-fold someday. And we become a part of God's amazing circle. That all began from God's own giving heart. Because He loved us, God gave to us, so that we in turn can begin to do our part. We become a part of God's amazing circle that continues when we take our turn to share. Because we love Him, we love Him. Let us share the joy of giving everywhere. God is given so freely. Let's be generous when we do. We may never know how badly others need the help from you. For whatever gift we care to give away, may return to us when we need it most someday. And we become a part of God's amazing circle. That all began from God's own giving heart. Because He loved us, God gave to us, so that we in turn
Sacrificial giving is relentless. It is like filling up a jar over and over again until it is filled and spilling the contents all over the floor. When a sinful woman in John chapter 12 poured out a very expensive perfume at the feet of Jesus, it is not a waste as perceived by some. Relentless giving is somewhat persistent. Even if you have already given bread yesterday, you gave another one this morning, then again and again, until it hurts, just like what they have said.
And I can't find my way out. I guess I gotta fight through. Guess it's gonna come down to just me and you. I pray I can get out alive from this battle with myself. It keeps trying to bring me down. I better get to running before I hit the ground. But this running's got me going nowhere. Oh, oh, oh. You give me what I need. Break all these chains off me. So take this brokenness. Set me free from all that is here. I'm tired of fighting as a man inside, ready to give up my own desires. Never knew freedom would be found with my white flag waving and my weapons down. I should have given up a long time ago. It never should have taken this long to know that I can go ahead and count it down. Cause the war I'm in's already won. Yeah, the war I'm in's already won. You give me what I need. Break all these chains off me. So take this brokenness. Set me free from all that is here. When I feel like I can't breathe, it seems that there's no end. You're there to hold me up when I'm falling. I know that you are with me, 'cause in the chaos all around, peace can still be found. You give me what I need. Break all these chains off me. So take this brokenness. Set me free from all that is here. You give me what I need. Break all these chains off me. So take this brokenness. Set me free from all that is here. I've been thrown in the cell and forgot about.
Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5 verse 40, if someone is determined to sue you for a coat, give him the shirt off your back as a gift in return. And in Luke chapter 6 verse 30, when someone comes to beg from you, give to that person what you have. When things are wrongly taken from you, do not demand that they will be given back. Just as the famous commentator once said about Romans chapter 12 verse 20, do not withhold from any man the offices of mercy and kindness. You have been God's enemy, and yet God fed, clothed, and preserved you alive. Do to your enemy as God has done to you. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him drink, so as God dealt with you.
When I find that I've reached the end of me, no more money, no more strength, no security. When I've tried everything your power is made perfect in my weakness. I say that my heart belongs to you, but your tests and your trials prove if it's true. There you are, there you've been, there you'll always be. And you take my burdens, take my fears, my insecurities. Give me peace, give me wisdom, give me clarity. Your love has no limits, your grace knows no end. You give and you give and you give again. Not by my wit and not by my will. I thirst to be made more thirsty still. You took all my sorrow and you took all my shame. You gave me new life when you took all the blame. There you are, there you've been, there you'll always be. Oh, you take my burdens, take my fears, my insecurities. You give me peace, give me wisdom, give me clarity. Your love has no limits, your grace knows no end. You give and you give and you give again. So fall like rain on our surrendered lives to your love is all that satisfies. Walk us through fire till all that survives is wild devotion and passion of Christ. You take my burdens, take my fears, my insecurities. Give me peace, give me wisdom, give me clarity. Your love has no limits, your grace knows no end. You give and you give and you give again. There you are, there you've been, there you'll always be. Is who you are, who you've been, who you'll always.
And last but not the least, a sacrificial giving is limitless. Someone has said givers must learn to set limits because takers don't have any. But the Bible taught us differently. God exemplified a limitless loving and giving to all of us. In Ephesians chapter 2 verse 7, throughout the coming ages, we will be the visible display of the infinite, limitless riches of His grace and kindness, which was showered upon us in Christ Jesus. So there is no limit in what we can do and what we can give to others. And just as Apostle Paul, who knew the power of God was working on him, he said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that also involves not only good works, but also in giving.
I dreamed I went to heaven, and you were there with me. We walked upon the streets of gold, beside the crystal sea. I heard these angels singing, and someone called your name. You turned and saw this young man, and he was smiling as he came. And he said, friend, you may not know me now. And he said, but wait, you used to teach my Sunday school when I was only 8. And every week you would say a prayer before the class would start. One day when you said that prayer, I asked Jesus in my heart. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am a life that was changed. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am so glad you gave. Then another man stood before you. He said, remember the time a missionary came to your church. His pictures made you cry. You didn't have much money, but you gave it anyway. Jesus took the gift you gave, and that's why I'm in heaven today. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am a life that was changed. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am so glad you gave. One by one they came, far as your eyes could see. Each life somehow touched by your generosity. Little things that you had done, sacrifices you made, they were unnoticed on this earth. In heaven now proclaim. And I know up in heaven you're not supposed to cry. I'm almost sure there were tears in your eyes as Jesus took your hand and you stood before the Lord. He said, my child, look around you. Great is your reward. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am a life that was changed. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am so glad you gave. Oh, thank you for giving to the Lord. I am a life that was changed. Thank you for giving to the Lord. I am so glad you gave. I am so glad you gave.
From heaven's height to the furthest heart, no sacrifice too great that you won't embrace. To reach the one who's too weak to find you. Perfect love, too great to turn us away. Your love gives on. Your love gives on. Oh, your love gives on. Your love gives on. relentless hope exposed for all to look on. The brightest sun sent to break the dawn. The risen one, too strong to bow to the grave. Your love gives on. Your love gives on. Your love gives on. Your love gives on. You never disappoint, you never disengage, you never turn a hungry heart away. You never disappoint, you never disengage, you never turn a hungry heart away. When I miss the mark, you're never ashamed. You never turn a prodigal away. Your love gives all. Your love gives all. Your love gives all. You give it away. Your love gives on. Your love gives on. Your love gives all.
Always caring for me, always giving till I can't take anymore. And you gave me to